do what I do.
In assimilation. I'm talking to the Asians. Did you forget about what happened to the Philippines when the United States invaded? What about Vietnam? What about Korea? What about Hiroshima and Nagasaki? The blood of your ancestors is still in America's war trail, and still you thought you could be honorary white folks. No different than the Latinos. Y'all played yourselves. See, foundational Black Americans have been the unpaid cavalry for every liberation cause on this soil. Whether we talk about abolition, whether we talk about women's suffrage, labor rights, civil rights, LGBTQ XYZ protections, immigrant amnesty, we fought. Even right up to this Hamas Palestine thing. And the thing is, when we were out there fighting, you all were feasting. And then when we said, hey, what about us? You flicked us off the table. And now the kitchen is closed. No, nobody eating off our table anymore. From here out, understand the doctrine. No respect, no alliance. No reciprocity, no rescue. You violate us, face your fate alone. The favor exchange bank is empty. The gate is locked. And the next time you look for a shield, remember, the people who forged it are done bleeding for ingrates. That's not anger, that's policy. Our unity as Black Americans is our weapon. It always has been. We have always understood that we are all that we have. We stood united in slavery and Reconstruction and civil rights movement. And now, economic warfare and cultural erasure, we're going to stand shoulder to shoulder. We don't have the luxury of tribal divisions or this gender war. That's over. We don't have time for it. And the thing about us is we don't tolerate betrayal. We enforce a code and we hold the line. Sellouts, Sambos, Uncle Toms, they get dealt with. That's what separates us from you. You all want to be white. And now you want to fight against the white man where he treat you like the brown and the Asian and the colored folk that you are. We didn't do what you did. We always knew what side we stood on. White folks always knew what side we stood on when push came to shove. And that's why we survived. And that's something that no other people on this soil have been able to do. Even the Native Americans that immigrated here from Siberia, we outlasted them. Because we've turned our pain into political muscle and our artistic genius and economic power. That's what we did. So now in 2025, with 36 super chats, as the machinery of deportations turns toward you all, you come calling, but the line is busy. And we're not accepting any text messages. You thought we was gonna just show up, huh? You thought we was gonna always be there, huh? You thought we was gonna fight your battles for you, huh? You thought we was gonna fight for you like we did for ourselves, huh? You mocked us, huh? You disrespected us, huh? You aligned yourselves with the oppressors, huh? You thought you were separate from our suffering, huh? But now you want to cash in, huh? You want us to sacrifice, huh? Well, you received no quarter from us. No protests, no marches, no cover, no defense. You're on your own. And maybe once you've been through what we've had to endure for 400 plus years, once you've lost everything you didn't think you could be taken, once the illusion of inclusion is shattered, you'll understand where we are. And why you'll never become us. Now, let me have a candid conversation. I want to have a candid conversation. Because I ain't finished. I got a lot to say. And I got 36 super chats. Y'all need to get me to 40. Because I'm going to keep talking. Now, let's talk about jealousy. And let's talk about the real insidious reason why Latinos and Asians and Africans and everybody's being targeted, specifically Latinos. There's 65 million of them, something that they're very proud of, and they're doing well. Shout out to them. They're doing well, aren't they? You all are working hard and living the American dream. And this, along with projections that your population will grow exponentially and soon become the majority. Isn't that what they say? They're proud of it. And they've announced it out loud. Somebody say loud with it. They're growing. They got growing financial influence and political power. They're gaining. You all are living the dream, baby. But see, what you don't seem to understand is that the American dream was never meant to exist for non-whites, at least not in practice. And when you present yourself as a challenge to this white power structure, especially when you're not white, you're seen as a threat. It happened to the Jews. It happened to it's all of them had to deal with. And the truth is, you will never be fully accepted as white. When, shout out to Sage Talk Media, we need 3 more super chats. When white people look at you, Latino folk, many become jealous. And this jealousy fuels a narrative that they're inherently better and more deserving and entitled to dominance, doing well. Shout out to them. They're doing well, aren't they? You all are working hard and living the American dream. And this, along with projections that your population will grow exponentially and soon become the majority. Isn't that what they say? They're proud of it. And they've announced it out loud. Somebody say loud with it. They're growing. They got growing financial influence and political power. They're gaining. You all are living the dream, baby. But see, what you don't seem to understand is that the American dream was never meant to exist for non-whites, at least not in practice. And when you present yourself as a challenge to this white power structure, especially when you're not white, you're seen as a threat. It happened to the Jews. It happened to it's all of them had to deal with. And the truth is, you will never be fully accepted as white. When, shout out to Sage Talk Media, we need 3 more super chats. When white people look at you, Latino folk, many become jealous. And this jealousy fuels a narrative that they're inherently better and more deserving and entitled to dominance financially, socially, and politically. This pattern has always played out repeatedly throughout American history. Shout out to Nucleus. Take, for instance, some part of our history that you never learned and probably have no interest in learning. Red Summer. It was the summer of 1919 when racial tensions exploded across cities like Chicago, Washington, D.C., Elaine, Arkansas, and other Black communities that began to thrive economically. They owned businesses. They were buying land. They were building neighborhoods. And guess what happened? Shout out to real Billy Ray Valentine. White mobs driven by jealousy and fear of Black prosperity because we were living the American dream. They just attacked Black neighborhoods. They raped women. They pillaged, they burned. Everything had been built. They burned it down. They destroyed it. Their goal was to keep Black Americans beneath them economically and socially. Similarly, in the 1920s, Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, was a thriving Black community with banks and shops and a sense of independence. But in 1921, a white mob, fueled by racial animus and economic jealousy, destroyed it in a brutal massacre, leaving hundreds of Black people unalive and Black wealth decimated throughout the 1950s and 60s. And yeah, Rosewood too. Another incident where white mobs came and destroyed what they saw as Black prosperity. And this is something that happened thousands of times throughout America. White jealousy. Look at what happened in the 1950s and 60s. Systematic policies like redlining and enacted by the Federal Housing Administration systematically prevented Black folks from obtaining mortgages and home ownership and basically locked us out of the middle class. In cities like Chicago, Detroit, New York, They saw black people confined in the ghetto and limited economic opportunities. Meanwhile, the GI Bill, which helped white folks coming back from the war get homes and start businesses, was excluded for black veterans who fought just as hard.
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D.
People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. D's Black Man Talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something and you earn something. And let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.